Good morning, everybody. I hope you're not too tired because it's another big work day here on the Rancho. And okay, so the furniture is a little ragged out here. It's been sitting on the deck since 2015. Yeah, it needs some new cushions. Thanks for pointing it out to me, right? I'm not a slave to fashion, especially when it comes to garden accessories, furniture, and various accoutrements. Let's talk about what we got to do today. Let's get on to the important stuff. We really only have limited hours today. It's really nice. It's going to dry out, but it's kind of a lost cause because the pouring rain and wind and everything is going to come in tonight into tomorrow, but we can satisfy ourselves with this. But in terms of our priorities today, here's what I see going on. Number one, absolutely positively have to get this almond tree into the orchard here, and I'm thinking this spot right here, I like to stagger the trees a little bit. The spacing is good, the productivity has been good, but you can see this is just ready to burst out. And okay, that's the top priority. Then secondly, once we get that planted, it's time to take the spray, the copper sulfate spray. I'll let you guys see this. This is really a harmless item, but this helps prevent fungus, which gives that peach leaf curl. So this liquid copper, you just use it, shake it up real well, hook your hose onto it, and it just makes it a breeze. It's the right mixture, and it should help preserve. We might need one more spray because these aren't quite. These are much further behind. Almond trees are always early. This is a plum tree. We'll come over here and look at the peach tree's got some little buds on it too. So we need to make sure that we get this hit today too. And probably our cherry tree, that's pretty early here. Okay, so that's the first thing today. That's the first two things that we need to do today. Okay, that's absolutely critical. Then, as we come around the front, and I talked about this yesterday, this is, I know that we're going to call this a Tio tree here. This horrific monster. It looks like something that came out of the deep, doesn't it? Oh, frightening. But anyway, it'll look pretty. But I've got to, this is low priority. Get the Sawzall and get this, especially this knob right here. I don't want things coming over to the orchard area. That's the whole reason I had this tree tamed anyway, right? Place is looking good, isn't it? Getting ready for our next bout of foul weather. And I'm really excited because then I'm down to smaller projects like getting this thing fixed up again over here, and the various other planter boxes. Here's one of these low spots I was talking about. It's got to be filled in with fill dirt, and this is going to be the third thing over here. And I really don't know how much we're going to do because I'm not really underway here till about 11:30. Had other stuff going. This is pretty good shape with the hydrangeas. I need to really put another one here at the end, but the whole watering system here needs some attention too, because believe it or not, this does dry out over here because the sun does get high in the sky in the summertime. I'd like to get rid of, man, I'd just like to clear this and get a driveway put in. Yeah, like a lot of things, but I'm gonna have to deal with the weeds, but not the highest priority right now. This is really gotten deep now. I showed you, yes, this is a good, this whole thing is now a good 6 inches, 8 inches down below grade. So I'm gonna cut the grass first and then put the fill dirt on top of it, and then I don't think I'm going to put the weed in feed because the rain is coming. That should really be applied after the rain when it's going to be dry. It has better sticking power. Lastly, it slipped my feeble mind over here. that I have to bring the ladder out here. I forgot to bring the ladder to this side and clear out the gutter up on top. So let's get going. Let's get our gloves. Let's get our shovel. Let's get this tree planted. This shovel has seen a lot of projects here, but I really have to sand and oil this up. I have a lot of my implements need to be worked on. That's a good rainy day project, but let's get digging. That's where I'm going to stick it, right there. I don't anticipate putting any more trees into the orchard area. I really have a full complement now. I thought maybe I could I still might add another cherry tree. Cherry trees tend to be very vertical. They're not very wide in their spread. So if I might go up and get I used to have a Bing cherry. I don't know what happened to it, but the Stella has been doing real good, and we actually got some kind of harvest. Not huge, but something for starting. It should be better this year. But I think that's the location that I'm going to put the tree. I might center it a little more here. I'm trying to make sure, I'm imagining when this thing gets into full leaf here, so it has plenty of sunshine. So I think that's gonna be it right there. Maybe another foot that way. All right, because I like to keep the trees contained. No, I'm gonna put it over this way. Give it a little more of an umbrella on top. Are you sure, Rosie? Yes, absolutely. Good, I have a water line that runs along here, so it's very easy to offtake some water. I have underground feeds going to some of the, going to all of the other fruit trees. So it's going to be an easy matter to add one over here. It shouldn't be any big deal at all. Let's put our glove on backwards here, right? And let's start getting this baby dug out. First thing I do is I do describe the circumference here of it. And I'll use the wheelbarrow to contain the umgawa that I pull out here. And we want to make sure we have like the mound effect that you have to make sure this has a rootstock, which is a different root than the actual almond tree. The almond tree is grafted on top of this rootstock, so it's important that we have a little bit of a high hump here, and we don't want to plant it so deep that our rootstock gets into the ground here. So I'll explain as we go here. For now, though, let's keep going. Good exercise, huh? Good exercise. You want to stay in shape? Get yourself a little bit of a urban hood farm. And that soil is really nice looking there. All right, I'm going to dig this out. I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes or so. This is the rootstock, and this knobby part is where it was grafted onto the almond stock, so it makes it more resistant to rot and things like that. And the variety I have, it's called an all-in-one, which is a good variety. It's the #1 almond for orchard, home or self-fruitful, semi-dwarf, heavy crop. So I've measured up the side here, and I'm gonna need about 12 inches on there, so I'm already good to go there. All right, so I'm going to add back a little bit of soil, and then I'm going to lean the tree over and carefully pull it out, because if I have any hope of having any harvest this year, it's important that I minimize the shock to the tree. It's going to be shock enough when it hits this different soil, but if you never know, you might get a few almonds, but probably not. Trees don't like to be transplanted the first year. They have to kick you in the head, right? I'm going to use this dirt, the fill dirt. I'm going to add some in because it's going to compress. It's going to compress the soil a little bit, so I'm going to get this out of the way. And now we're going to lean this over on its side, and I'm rolling it a little bit to help loosen the soil. And now I'm kind of pulling it away. That looks pretty good. So it came out real good out of the barrel. Now it's just a question of getting it. I think I need to remove a little soil. I'm trying to keep the root ball intact. I'm going to pull out a little more. This should make it about the perfect height. And if your tree is dry before you plant it, you want to make sure to water the bucket really well, because then all the soil will adhere together. How do I know? Because I've planted a lot of trees in my time, that's why. That looks like a beautiful, beautiful height right there. So you want to resist the urge to start stepping around it and pushing the soil around. Like I say, right now we have a good chance of having some harvest. I'll bring you over to take a look, and then we'll backfill it, get it compressed, not stumped down, but it'll seek its own level in here, trust and believe. That's like a perfect height. It's still going to be slightly above the ground in a mounded effect. And that's what we want. And this is going to enjoy a nice, this is the south, so this orchard is wonderfully favored by sun, plenty of sun. And it's only about till 8:30 in summer that it dips below the fence here. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this in. Well, there she is. I'd say that's a well-planted almond tree. They're slightly elevated in the center compared to the ground level around it, and not too much disturbance to the root ball and all that. So we got a good chance of maybe seeing something. We're not going to worry about the surround. I like to have surrounds, and I'll be weeding these out. I like to have these surrounds with mulch. It helps retain some of the moisture down there, but I'm not going to worry about that today. I have plenty of material to do that somewhere down here. I don't know where now. I threw it. I think I put it over here. I don't know. Yeah, here it is over here. Plenty of this surround material to put around it to help keep it a little bit defined. But I think that looks pretty doggone good. I think that that's going to be a very, very happy almond tree. Next priority, let's get this fill dirt, and let's dump this fill dirt over here where we really, really need it, where a tree was removed over here. The tree of gloom, not the tree of doom. Starting right in here, we have a real low spot. So let me get that set up. Good exercise. Always good exercise. Right here. Because it'd be very easy to round an ankle here. And I certainly don't want that to happen. We've moved a lot of trees back in 2011. So the stumps are all disintegrating now. Give all these nice earthworms a new home. I think we can pour the rest up here. And just distribute that around. Oh, Rosie, you're so strong, I know. Crazy, isn't it? Feet make good leveling devices, trust. Really went deep. Okay, so that's a good start. And that'll kind of level itself out. Now we're going to head to the front. And hey, we're going to fill that. Actually, we're going to cut the grass on the front now. Then we're going to fill that hole out there. Okay. So let's get on it. I'll spare you the grass cutting there. It's pretty good out here. I got this cut in some the weed bank there. I really need to put a concrete retainer over there and get this paved on this side, but not in the foreseeable future unless I win the lottery or something. Look at what I stepped in over here. I mean, it was so deep, this mud. Look at that. Look at that footprint. I thought it was a goner. I thought I was a goner. This is the real low spot on the Rancho. We have a slight pitch here, about maybe 3 degrees or so. It's enough to collect water. Another busy day on the street of shattered dreams. Nice and warm, but it ain't gonna last long. I got this all addressed, pretty much under control out here. So it's time to grab our bags and get over here and do the fill. In this area, the lawn is all cut. Good. People throw plastic bags and crap over this. I don't know what the heck that is, I guess. But you might be able to see a little more obviously how deep that is there. So let me grab the bags and let's start filling her up. Damn it, wouldn't you know it, 2 seconds after I stay the street of shattered dreams, we have an accident up here. Some dope hit somebody. Ay caramba, huh? What happened, honey? Another accident? Ay caramba, huh? Yeah, just when I said it. I guess somebody rear-ended somebody, I don't know. There's more accidents on this street, right? Unbelievable. Right, so I guess we're just going to sit out in the middle of the street. I don't know what happened. There it is. Just when you say it. Man, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a roll. I thought it was a mushroom. Darn. What a day, huh? What a day. It's like people lose their eyesight on this road for some reason. I don't know. Well, one reason it narrows in here. It gets really narrow. And that lunacy. Well, all I can do is take care of my little patch of earth. That's it. Just had kind of a horrifying thought. What if I'm like a jinx, right? I mean, it wasn't like 10 seconds after I said the street of shattered dreams, and boom, they're at it again up the street there. I'm getting a little worried. I don't know. The boss would always say, don't talk so much and the world will be better off for it, right? sharp scalpel. Right in she goes. That'll be our first bag. And we're going to mound it up a little higher. Because it's definitely going to compress down. That hole's going to want to keep sinking. So we want to keep it kind of confined so we continue to mow the grass. But this might require several treatments. But here comes the fire department. Another accident. It didn't look like a serious one, but you know, our boys always got to be on the scene. I'm going to put one more and spread it around, and that's a pretty good start today. It's hard to believe that they didn't even hit that hard, but they took the woman off on a gurney because she got hit from behind. So, under advice from her pals, I guess she off to the hospital. I hope she's okay. I mean, it wasn't that big of a. I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen cars on their roofs here. Right. Maybe it's not the same thing. I don't know. Maybe somebody is cashed out up at the apartment house up there. I don't know. In any event, we always have bigger fish to fry here on the Rancho. And I'm pretty happy. This is probably going to take several attempts. Probably 8 cubic feet over a period of time to level this up. But this was a great start. And it's nice topsoil. So the grass should like that too and spread to it. So it's time now to get to the back and let's spray the fruit trees. All right. And then if we still have time, we'll get a little weed killer around and do it up. So another busy day. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. There's never a dull moment here on the Rancho. Urban homesteading in the very center of the city at its finest. Yeah. Actually, I still have 2 bags, so I'm going to fill back here where I was working before. That first little breeze from the northwest. So we're going to dump this baby right here. That around a little bit. No low spots here. Put one more in here in the lowest spot. That should pretty much do it for this. Raise the Titanic, baby. Raise the Titanic. All right, I'm going to grab the last one and finish it off. I think it's probably in the future going to have another bag put on, but for now I think it avoids a hazard by bringing that up quite a bit there. And the rain's coming, that'll level it off. It's not like the water's going to go anywhere because that's kind of a low spot anyway. So it'll have the effect of being a little self-leveling, which is great. It's time for the next to last thing, time to pen in here. And it's time that we now go ahead and spray the fruit trees while we have a chance. It's important to get down some antifungal before the next rain. So I'm going to shake this up really good, get the hose set up, and we'll be back for spray time. I'm shaking this and I'm going. This had a pretty good reach to it. Making sure that I'm getting all sides here. So you probably can't see me over here. Trust and believe. Get the cherry tree. We got a little bit more to do. And we're all spraying. Peaches are the worst. I think these will be good until we get the first blossom peach. So I think that's going to do it. Right. Yeah, you'll see I changed my clothes. When it comes to chemicals and things like that, I never take a chance. So as soon as I was finished, I took all my clothes, shoes, underwear, everything, and right into the washing machine for a quick wash. Everything. Okay, it's better to be safe than sorry. You'll notice I sprayed in a particular way that I'm moving backwards, so I'm not letting things drip on top of me. So. Otherwise, some people, if they're doing large volume spraying, they will wear the plasticized, I don't know, suits that they can wrap themselves up in, and that gives them an extra degree of protection. Trust and believe, there's worse things that you can have on you than a very diluted spray of copper sulfate. So I think that's going to do it today. I'm pretty happy because everything that I wanted to do today, except just doing a little weed abatement, has been absolutely spot on and perfect today. Got the almond tree planted, got the low spots filled, got the trees sprayed. So I'll tell you what, I could not be happier. Anyway, I'm going to call it a video here. If you're not subscribed, you miss a lot going on here on the Rancho all the time, especially as we go into springtime. It is the busy season here. We're harvesting on one hand and doing preps and cleaning up on the other. We got bad weather coming in, but you know what? We got to feel pretty good about what we did. Thumbs up are appreciated. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of